Okay. Hi, this is Ice Blue 333. Currently, it is September 23rd, 2025. Okay, so I made a lot of posts on Twitter, True Social, and AstroSeek, and I also took the screenshots I made on AstroSeek and posted them on Twitter because I don't have enough room to leave my full astrological lore there. So anyway, I'm just trying to make sure I get this information out. But it seems like on September 26, 2025, for Barron Trump, he would have similar astrology as JD Vance had on, I believe, August the 2nd. No, it was September the 2nd. September the 2nd, 2025. And for Usher Vance, it was September 6th, 2025. And they had their progressed moon make an aspect to their Mars. And then days later, I believe on the 10th or the 11th, that's when Charlie Kirk, he was assassinated. So Barron Trump, on September 26, 2025, he would have his progressed moon make an aspect to Mars. And on the same day, Bill Clinton, his progressed moon, would make an aspect to his Saturn. And so it how do I say this? It's kind of weird to me. So I'm just saying Barron Trump and his circle needs to be careful. I think it was announced that Barron Trump was going to start going to a college in New York or something like that. So I'm just saying he needs to be careful around these dates in September 26th, around the date of September 26th, 2025. I think even Peter Nine, who he's the founder of AstroSeek, he has a weird progression going on I believe the 27th. And let's see here. Let me go down this list real quick. I keep going. I keep repeating myself, but it's important, and who knows? So I've already said it for Barron Trump on September 26th, 2025, that his progressed moon is gonna sextile his progressed Mars. Let me see if I can do a reading real quick on that, because so the progressed moon will be inside of his sixth house, and it will make an aspect to his Mars, his progressed Mars, in his fourth house. And see, sixth house could deal with a loss of partners, especially when he has K2 in his seventh house as well. Let me see here. How far is it from the second house? Give me something about finances. Does it make an aspect to anything else? 27, huh? Wait. Oh, that's close to his Pluto. Oh, his progressed moon made an aspect to his Pluto around the same time that Usher Vance, JD Vance, and Pete Hegseth had those weird things hidden inside their chart. So yeah, this is important. So on the 26th, something around the 26th, around the 25th, 26th, or the 27th, or the 28th, something really could go down. And it looks like it could be probably like something that goes on with probably a loss of a partner in regards to Barron Trump, but it could be anything. It could be he could get sick, because the sixth house deals with sickness as well. So he just needs to be careful. So let me see here. I'm gonna go back down the progressions for these politicians. I think I want to go all the way, I believe, until October 20th, because I've repeated myself so many times that it's yeah. So I'll start with Hillary Clinton, looking at her transits. I'll start with Pete Hegseth. Well, hell. Anyway, let me just start, because it's so much information, so much. So on the 20th, well, really it was the 21st of September, for Adam Schiff, his progressed moon made an aspect to his Jupiter, and that means that he got lucky for some reason. And I mean that was around the day of Charlie Kirk's funeral. And yeah. So moving on. Also on the 20th of September, Pete Hegseth, his progressed moon made a sextile to his progressed Saturn. So it was like an emotional loss or a block for Pete Hegseth, and that was, again, the Charlie Kirk funeral. On the September 20th, 2025, for Hillary Clinton, her transiting Saturn, not progressions, but transiting Saturn, it conjoined her natal moon. So it's like an emotional loss. Like, transits can be iffy, but being that Charlie Kirk's funeral was on that day, something big could go down with as a result of that, in regards to her. And also on today, September 23rd, 2025, for Hillary Clinton, transiting Chiron was sextile her natal Uranus. So that's something is shocking. I don't know. I don't know, because transiting Chiron is iffy too. It's very iffy. Anyway, that's September 23rd for Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump, I got it written here September 23rd, which is today, but it actually hits on the 29th. For Donald Trump, progressed Mars will conjoin his natal Chiron, and that can be felt a week prior or a week later past his date. Let me pause for a second. Okay, so on the 29th of September 2025, I got it written on September 23rd, 2025. Donald Trump, his progressed Mars will conjoin his natal Chiron. It means it's a fated, violent event, and it's angering. That I would say I hate to say forces Donald Trump to do a job, but it's gonna make him do a job. He has to do something because of a violent event, and it's concerning because on the 25th of September, for Gavin Newsom, his progressed moon changes signs and goes into Pisces, and that's in reference to his partners. Like something happens in regards to his partners or his opponents, and it's in Pisces, so it's like emotional, and maybe it's like a secret or something that's hidden. I don't know. And on the day I'm making this video about is Barron Trump. On September 26, 2025, his progressed moon will sextile his progressed Mars from the 6th house in the 4th house. So that's a sickness, or it could be an accident. It could be an accident as well. It can be an accident because 6th house rules accidents. So yeah, he just needs to be careful on the date of September 26th. It could be an accident. It could be a loss of a partner, and it could be something that in regards to security. What sign is it in? Jesus Christ. It's in Gemini and Leo. So it could be a traveling. It's Mars is there though. It could be a short distance travel accident or something like that. So he just needs to be careful. And it's also Leo, so I don't know. And being that Donald Trump is his ascendant is in Leo, and I believe Donald Trump Jr. Anyway, people who have a Leo rising or whatever, they could be affected by this as well. So who knows? He needs to be careful of accidents, sicknesses, and loss of partners as well. And it's an angering event. Let me see here. So let me go back to. And that's for Barron Trump on September 26th, 2025. And so on the same day, on September 26th, 2025, for Bill Clinton, his progressed moon will trine his progressed Saturn. So it's like an emotional loss or a block or something like that. And so this is all the while Donald Trump, like I said, he has a fated job to do due to a violent or bad event. So anyway, and it's definitely going to be seen around October. Donald Trump's definitely going to have to do that job around October 2nd or 1st, 2025. Because his progressed moon will make an aspect to his it'll be a 112 aspect to his Chiron. Let's see here. I'm not going to look at transits. But Bill Clinton initially gets it's like an emotional block or a loss for Bill Clinton for Bill Clinton, but in October it's like it's something shocking happens because his progressed retrograde Uranus conjoins his natal Uranus, but also he has I believe an aspect to Jupiter on the 5th of October 2025, and also Cory Booker, he has 2 progressions to Jupiter where his progressed moon conjoins his natal Jupiter and his progressed Jupiter. So the Democratic Party it's like they get lucky. Anyway, on September 28th, 2025, for Gavin Newsom, his progressed moon will make an aspect to his progressed Venus, so it's a huge focus on his partners. On September 28th, 2025, for Trump Jr., his progressed moon will trine his progressed sun. It's like an event will cause an ego boost for Trump Jr. On October 1st or 2nd, for Donald Trump, his progressed moon will make an aspect to his progressed Chiron, and it just means that he has to do a fated job. On October 2nd, 2025, for Pete Hegseth, his progressed moon aspect his natal nodes, and that means it's a fated karmic event that's important, and it could be life altering for him. On October 5th, 2025, for Donald Trump, his progressed moon, I believe, will sextile his natal Mercury, and he may give some information in regards to he may give a proclamation, or he may do something that's presidential that in regards to information, or it could be the DOJ or whatever in regards to information, because Mercury is information. Let me go. What did I see here? I said he could give a presidential decree, which is also an ego boost, or a higher authority could give important information. So let's see here. But for some reason, Bill Clinton gets lucky because of this, because on the same day of October 5th, 2025, for Bill Clinton, his progressed moon will quincunx his progressed Jupiter. Let me pause for a second. Okay. So his for Bill Clinton on October 5th, 2025, his progressed moon will quincunx his progressed Jupiter. And he gets lucky. But all the while, also, his progressed Uranus conjoins his natal Uranus. And that's just shock. It's on October 11th, 2025. It's shock. It's like O.J. Simpson trial type shock. And see, I think on the 14th of October, that's when he's subpoenaed to testify, something like that, in regards to the Epstein situation. And it's funny, it's also one day after Columbus Day. And I keep on talking about the Danny Williams Clinton astrology, in regards to Danny Williams Clinton possibly being Bill Clinton's biological son. So yeah. And also it's on October 12th, 2025 for Donald Trump. His progressed moon will make an aspect to his natal nodes. It's like a fated, life-altering event. Let's see here. And for Donald Trump on October 13th, 2025, transiting Jupiter will conjoin his natal Saturn, and that means it's like going to be an expansion in regards to Donald Trump's open enemies. And that's October 13th, 2025. And for Hunter Biden on October 17th, 2025, his progressed moon will aspect his natal Mars. It's a violent, angering day for Hunter Biden. But like I said, for Cory Booker, on October 18th, 2025, his progressed moon will conjoin his natal Jupiter. He gets lucky. And it's an expansion in regards to his fate or destiny or whatever. On October 19th, 2025, for Donald Trump, his progressed Mercury will conjoin his natal Mars. And it's like it's information that's out of Donald Trump's control that upsets Donald Trump. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe something huge could come out in regards to Bill Clinton, but the news media, they may misreport it or mess it up just so that it will make Bill Clinton look good instead of bad, and he gets lucky. Or somehow they can flip it and make it lucky for the Democratic Party and bad for the Republicans. Let's see here. Let's see here. On October 20th, 2025, for Bill Clinton, his progressed moon will oppose his progressed Neptune. And it's like, I don't know what that is. I just know that around the time of the Ghislaine Maxwell testimony, when the FBI was investigating what was Jesus Christ, when she was talking to the FBI or whatever, I believe that Bill Clinton, I believe it was on September 9th, 2025. Not September 9th. It was on August 9th, 2025. He had his first Bill Clinton. He had his first progressed moon. I believe it opposed his natal Neptune, and so I believe this would be a completion of whatever started in regards to the Ghislaine Maxwell situation. But that's not the end of it. It's just maybe there might be a revelation. Maybe not. I don't know. Neptune is an outer planet. You can't really, yeah. So on October 21st, 2025, for Hunter Biden, his progressed moon will square his progressed Saturn. It's like a loss or emotional block of something in regards to Hunter Biden. For Chuck Schumer on October 22nd, 2025, his progressed moon will square his natal moon, and it's like a completion of an event. And on October 22nd, 2025, for the transiting Neptune, it will, I believe, go back into Pisces. Let's see here. On October 26th, 2025, for Donald Trump, his progressed moon will make an aspect to his natal moon, and it's like a completion of a cycle. But around the same day, Cory Booker, on October 27, 2025, his progressed moon will conjoin his progressed Jupiter, and he gets lucky again for some reason. It's just weird. And I'm going to skip to November 5th, 2025. For Chuck Schumer, his progressed moon makes an aspect to his node. It's like a fated event that alters his life. And on November 5th, 2025, for Donald Trump, his progressed moon will make an aspect to his progressed Uranus. It's a shocking event. And then on November 5th, 2025, for Trump Jr., his progressed moon will conjoin his natal Jupiter. Donald Trump Jr. gets lucky. It's that's all I can really say. And let's see here. On November 7th, 2025, transiting Uranus, it would go back, I believe, into Taurus. So, and on November 11th, 2025, transiting Jupiter was stationed and go retrograde. On November 11th, 2025. So, that's a lot, but yeah. I'm missing, I believe, when transiting Pluto, I believe, was stationed. I believe it's going to station on October the 11th, 2025, and go direct. Let me pause for a second. Okay, well, kind of find out that transiting Pluto was stationed on the exact day that Bill Clinton has to testify to Congress, which is on October 14th, 2025. So that may be a sign right there. Anyway, let me finish up with these. I need to write that down, as a matter of fact. So I won't stop there in regards to the progressions and the transits or whatever. I want to go over what I wrote and just give a full translation. I'm just going to go down what I wrote on Astroseek and Twitter and True Social. So let's see. So that I can have proof on YouTube and Rumble and Twitter, True Social, and Astroseek that I did predict a lot of this stuff. Anyway, I said that pretty much a violent, angering event around September 26, 2025 will cause Donald Trump to do a job. But on October 2nd, 2025, or around this date, and around events can happen days before or days after. It's just around this date. These are very important dates. So I'm going to start back over. A violent, angering event around September 26, 2025 will cause Donald Trump to do a job around October 2nd, 2025. And it should be shocking and bad for Bill Clinton initially, as Saturn causes a block/loss for Bill Clinton, September 26, 2025. However, for some reason, Clinton and his circle seems to get lucky in October 2025. And this will be the time where Bill Clinton is subpoenaed to testify to Congress, a day after Columbus Day, or October 14, 2025. The news media may cover the revelation, but misreport the news with whatever comes up with Bill Clinton, causing Donald Trump anger around October 20th, 2025. Let me pause for a second. Okay. Whether it is the Epstein scandal or the Danny Williams Clinton scandal, Bill Clinton could later possibly face impeachment charges similar to the 1998 Monica Lewinsky scandal throughout December 25 through May 2026, and possibly even longer than that, because there's more serious astrology happening in the Clintons' chart, both of them. But that looks to be the climax to the similar astrology as the 1998 Monica Lewinsky scandal, which is the dates again are from December 2025 through May 2026 in regards to Bill Clinton having similar astrology, no, actually the same astrology as the Monica Lewinsky scandal that happened all the way back in 1998. So, but I said Donald Trump would not be too happy about the results of the midterm elections, and nothing productive will happen until after the 2026 election, when the outer planets have finally stopped retrograding and fully enter into their next signs. And I'm just saying, it's so weird that transiting Pluto was stationed and go direct on the day that Bill Clinton is set to testify, I believe, to Congress on the 14th, and it's also one day after Columbus Day. And I'm thinking about Danny Williams Clinton and him being a black man, but with this astrology, it's saying that something similar as the Monica Lewinsky scandal could happen again. So let it come out that a black woman was the first quote unquote Monica Lewinsky. Anyway, so let's see here. Now to expound on the Danny Williams Clinton astrology, because it is a weird setup if you think about it. These astrological progressions definitively prove to me personally that Danny Williams is in fact Bill Clinton's biological son. But I'll say allegedly for now. This is my opinion. This is what I can see looking at the astrology. I could be wrong, but all I'm gonna say is until it's proven, it looks Danny Williams Clinton was born around a date that Bill Clinton had a huge progression inside his chart. And the progressions were, well, let me start. Around March/April 1985 is when Danny Williams/Clinton's mother should have been impregnated by somebody of a lighter complexion. So looking at Bill Clinton's chart, around November 10th, 1985, Bill Clinton, his progressed Saturn sextile his natal Mars. And I believe his progressed Saturn sits in his 10th house. And his natal Mars, it sits in his first house. So it's like there's something going on in regards to anger, violence, in regards to his career and his image. Around November 10th, 1985 for Bill Clinton. And also around November 11th, 1985, his progressed Mars is squared his natal Saturn. And it's like there's fury, an emotional block in regards to his image and his career. And the only thing that will make me think about that, or think like that, is the Danny Williams Clinton situation. Why? Because this man is the governor. He probably was the governor. I don't know. He was going into politics during that time, I believe. And Arkansas was one of the states that seceded from the Union. It was one of the racist states. And so just imagine Bill Clinton trying to go into politics, and he has a black child. Talk about him neglecting the child because of alleged racism, or allegedly not wanting to claim a black child because the people inside that state probably would not have voted for him if they knew that he had a black child. Just saying. Anyway, so let me go through what I actually said. So I said event meaning furious, angering block in regards to image and career for Bill Clinton. Energy is felt for months, just like the upcoming progressed retrograde Uranus conjoining Bill Clinton's natal Uranus on October 11, 2025, meaning shock at levels equal to the O.J. Simpson trial. So let's see here. And so those progressions hit on November 10th and November 11th, 1985. And Danny Williams Clinton was born on December 7th, 1985. So who knows? Maybe Bill Clinton found out that the black woman was pregnant around this date, and it was probably a high chance that Danny Williams was actually Bill Clinton's biological son. Won't know until we know, huh? Anyway, so let's see here. I said, in a way, you can say that Danny Williams was hidden away, just like Zeus, the god Zeus in mythology. And Zeus, like O.J. Simpson, orange juice, Simpson. Anyway, think about it. Anyway, so Jupiter was said to be Zeus or Jupiter. It can be used interchangeably. Anyway, so I can't get my words out. Danny Williams / Clinton is a Sagittarius, and in astrology, Sagittarius is 12 signs away from the sign Capricorn, and so it causes losses for Capricorn, and so the Democratic Party is ruled by Saturn, and the Republican Party is ruled by Jupiter. Go figure. So I said, like Zeus, or Jupiter / Sagittarius, Zeus was the god who eventually dethroned Kronos, or Saturn / Capricorn. Again, the Democratic Party is ruled by Saturn, and the Republican Party is ruled by Jupiter. And Danny Williams / Clinton is a Sagittarius. Sun. I don't know what his rising sign is because I don't think his birth time is available. The astrology shows me that there's a very high likely chance that Danny Williams Clinton is Bill Clinton's biological son, in my opinion, in looking at the astrology. But even if it is revealed, then Democrats and its media will try to find some way to smooth it over and cover it up, or blame Trump in some way, form, or fashion, in my opinion. So the only thing that you can do is expose the truth and let the people see with their own eyes the hypocrisy and the lies. But the funny thing is that people are so stupid and want to believe a certain narrative so bad that they will still probably fall for and repeat the same bullshit that they've done in the past, even if the truth is literally right in front of their faces. But the truth is the truth, especially when you have irrefutable concrete evidence, no emotion, just pure solid evidence of pure hypocrisy and lies. I digress. I said, signed astrologer Ice Blue 333, the god of astrology. And I think I'll end with this. I think that they said that Lyndon B. Johnson, he said that he's going to have those N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years. That's what they say he said. But apparently, well, anyway. So do what you want with that. I think, so I've already said that Barron Trump and his circle needs to be careful. Melania Trump needs to be careful because it's part of his circle. And I believe his girlfriend or whatever. I think he's also going to college somewhere in New York or whatever. So him and his circle just needs to be careful. I just know that whatever happens around the 26th of September should be the final nail inside of Bill Clinton's coffin. And I think Trump might just go to berserk, but somehow Bill Clinton, he gets lucky for some reason. So that's that. You've been warned and told or whatever. I've been saying this since February 13th, 2025. At first I thought it was Hillary Clinton, and it was. But kind of find out that it's Bill Clinton too, because he's going through the same astrology as the Monica Lewinsky scandal and impeachment. So I wonder if this is actually a real omen, where somehow I would end up with it's upside down. What, $13 million? Literally, somebody gave me some quarters and thought this was a quarter. You know, it's actually worth like a lot more. A lot. Who knows? Maybe a lot more. 13 mil. Anyway, I think I'm gonna stop it here. Yeah. Bye for now.